Hello, this is Run the Numbers. My name is Jason. This is part of the warm-up series where we're doing a video on the go talking about personal finance, hopefully helping you in your personal finance journey. Today, I will talk about the specific topic where I give an analysis of Yotta Bank. You might not know about it, so, listen up. And hopefully you can maybe learn something, discover something new. If you already do know about it, maybe this confirms some of your thoughts. But I covered Yotta Bank in a previous video. That video was Take It to the Bank, 5 banking solutions. I'll put the link in the description if you want to go find that video. I give a broad overview of these banking solutions, so today I want to go into a little bit more in-depth and give you my take on Yotta Bank. I'm going to do that by really organizing my thoughts into 4 different parts. So the 4 different parts for this video, and this is similar to other videos where I give you my take on a banking solution, but I'll keep using this formula, and that is the 4 parts are: first, establishing something of context and giving you something of a history, how I discovered Yotta Bank, and how I've kind of see some previous iterations and kind of what I've gone through before with Yotta in the past with Yotta Bank, my usage of Yotta Bank. Second, the second element is where I'll give you somewhat of the status quo, kind of how I'm using it, and kind of what are some of the things that that kind of keep me with Yotta Bank, and just basically the current situation. The third part, I'll give you some of my likes, some of my dislikes, and give you something of an analysis, kind of some pros, cons, let you kind of ponder both sides of things so that you can maybe make up your own mind as to whether you want to give Yotta Bank a try, or maybe you want to sit it out and you want to skip over using Yotta Bank, and the information here could help confirm that. It's up to you. You're going to have to run the numbers, figure out that on your own. But I'm going to give you the things that kind of work for me in putting in the likes column, and things I think are room for improvement in the dislikes column. So after that little bit of analysis, I'll bring it into part 4, and that is where I kind of say something of what is in the future. And that is really to try to have us thinking, where does this go from here? What might be my usage with Yotta Bank and the Yotta app and all its fun parts to it, how that goes into the future. All right, so with that said, keep watching all 4 parts. Let's jump into part 1, give something of a history. So, Yotta Bank crossed onto my radar by learning of it through another YouTuber, and that is, I probably watch every episode, and I've gone back through all the complete, previous videos that I, when I originally discovered Graham Stephan, and that is this YouTuber, Graham Stephan. Great wealth of knowledge, great content. So being an avid fan, when he mentioned how I think he had some video of something like I bought a bank, and the point there was he was mentioning how he's an investor in Yotta Bank, and he described all about it. It really, perked my interest, and so I dove in a little bit more, and I came to learn that Yotta Bank has kind of something of the fun factor in that it takes the main feature. It's gone on to do some other things, but I'll mention the main feature is that the amount you have in deposits, the amount you have in your cash or savings, is sort of correlated. It corresponds to a number of different, almost like lotto tickets. It's a number of different tickets that you then play in a drawing for potential real dollar prizes. So real money as winnings. It used to be those weekly drawings, and they've now changed things a little bit, and this is daily. It's 6 p.m. Pacific time, so you could think nightly drawings for these contests. Top prize being $1 million. They also had something of a previous thing where when they were doing weekly drawings, if someone hadn't have won, I forget if it was the top prize. No, it wouldn't have been the top prize. That would have been $1 million. But I think it was, a lower prize than that, but one of them pretty significant. It might have been like the second prize was a Tesla. A little of the details are escaping me as of right now, but the point is they had this thing at one point where if someone didn't win one of the more significant prizes, it would kind of like roll over into a subsequent week that they had. I think it was called the summer roll or something of the level that you could kind of have fun in that the sort of prize accumulating was a fun factor, because instead of the second prize being I don't know what it was, like 100K, it rolled into more and more and more, and I think by the end it morphed to be something like, my memory is serving, almost up to 500K, if that was right. You could, if you want, look into that. Let me correct me as a comment to this video. I just wanted to give you this a bit of commentary, just to say that there's the fun factor to it, and it kind of kept me interested. I should also say what drew me was that at the time it had a lot higher yield giving to savings. So you're sort of expected, again, it's based on like odds in this sort of winnings, a lotto type system. So you're kind of having a variable payout, but overall you could kind of expect an APOI early going to be a lot higher than I think it was that it is now. Also, they tied it to into the crypto world. So for all these reasons, the yield was a little bit higher. I think now it's probably for the best, and that is a lot safer. I'm not exactly sure exactly what level of risk and kind of what was going on as to how exactly they were affording to give a lot higher of payouts. But yeah, they've definitely reduced on the payouts, and we'll get into a little bit of it, the likes and the dislikes and kind of what all that means. But hopefully this gives you a little bit of context that there's been some iterations over time. Has it started with it being a lot better with their payouts tied to crypto? They've definitely kind of cleaned things up if you're not into that as a risk factor, which I'll admit, it made me a little bit uneasy. But now it's also the more updated part to it is, because we're in part 2 now of kind of a discussion on my current use, is that, I'm excited for every night, 6 p.m., to try to see if, in fact, I've won that $1 million prize. I know statistically, it's just simply not going to happen. So, I'm going to have better luck getting hit by lightning or something extreme. So I'm not expecting the $1 million prize, but, it's still nice to sort of have something of a smile, of a hope and a dream, and, for the reason that people play the lotto. But in this case, you're not playing lottery. You're not going to spend and have your actual money holdings go into the negative, go down. This is no matter what, even if you don't win the lotto, it's like, oh well, it's just money sit there. But if you do win, then it's just your money accumulating and treated as a reward, as a prize, not as interest. It's for some legal reasons, it's not treated as interest, but nonetheless. It's kind of an interesting kind of system. So if you want something a little different, consider this. So let's go into part 3 to, possibly consider if you have enough of the things I mentioned in the likes column. So definitely in the likes columns is that, this is something different. This is something that if you're a lottery player, if that's your thing, if you... also kind of there's an element of doing like a pool play with your tickets and all this. So if you want kind of the social element, you can find some friends on the Yotta app, pool things together, have a lot of fun. So for all these things, it's definitely a different way to go about banking. Um, so that's in the positive. That's in the likes. Another sort of part to this is that, and I discussed this, the way it is now, you're not exactly going to put things in there. You're not going to put your money in there expecting a high return, sort of your interest payments on the cash sitting in there. Um, I can't give you exact figures because it's all based on, the luck and the winnings that you do. So I can't say like, oh, you only earn, 1.5%, or I can't give a number to it just because it's going to be variable. But I know, just based on my usage, I'm definitely not expecting it to go anywhere into the, 3, 4, 5%. So I've been a little bit disappointed with how much yield it gets. And for that reason, I don't actually have all that much money in there. I have just like a small amount of money, maybe something like a dozen or so tickets worth, to simply play for the fun of it and sort of keep up as to the different product offerings and some different things that they've got going with it. But yeah, that's going to stay in the dislikes column. Is that not exactly the winner for interest yield to your cash savings. I'll put in the likes column. They do have some kind of fun elements to it. If they have these other, I would say, games, these other parts to it. I'll let you discover. They have the kind of this whole thing of this moonshot game, a flip, kind of almost like a coin flip type. So it's different sort of like gaming elements. Yeah, it's fun. I'm not much of a mobile gamer and not much too into it, but every now and again, just kind of waste some time here or there if I need to. Yeah, for some they could put that in the likes column. It's something different that you're getting from a bank. So it's interesting, and it is tied to different things of some the tickets that are entering you into the prize drawings. They also have created, now that I mentioned that, these games also let you play, well, some of the games, not the actual sort of lotto specific game, I think they call it the lotto ball. I might be getting that wrong, but not sort of the more serious one for the prize money, but these other ones, as I mentioned, Moonshot and these other things, you can play with tokens. I'm not quite sure. I have looked into this, and I'm not really figuring out how the tokens correlate to tickets. So for that reason, I'm a little confused. So I don't kind of bother all that much with the token play. But maybe you could look into it and you would like it. So yeah, results may vary. So you can put that in the likes column, and that they have these offerings that you might want to enjoy. All right, let's quickly move into item number 4. And item number 4 is a discussion moving forward of what might my usage be in the future with Yotta Bank. Really, unless they change, their payouts, or they change, the odds to these. I'm gonna have to, there we go, move what I'm doing this way. Unless they change all of that, and I'm gonna, do the math on it and realize that I could be getting a whole lot more in terms of the prizes they put out, and basically then think of it as generating a whole lot more yield. I just don't see it as a smart, it's like playing the lotto. I'm really not going to play the lotto because it's just simply not a prudent thing in terms of probability. So I'm maybe going to keep a little bit of funds just for the entertainment of it, but I'm really not going to play with a large amount of funds. So that's going to basically be, how I'll go into the future. So I'll leave it open that maybe they create something or they can win me over in some other ways. They've changed a whole lot in different forms and fashions, even up until now. So maybe they'll change again, and then I could funnel a whole lot more money as I see something amazing to go and chase after. But for now, yeah, that's kind of how I go about right now, is just a small amount of money in the funds, just really to kind of keep up as to what they're doing, and to have something of a hope and a dream, to keep entertained. All right, that's what I got as far as Yotta Bank. Maybe go check it out. If you're interested in it and you want to put a comment that you're interested in it, I can help with some referral elements to it. But put a comment and let me know that that's something you're interested in. All right, that's what I got. Got to run.